Hey guys, welcome to another live stream with MindPal Founders. I'm Tham or Sylvia, and together with me today is Tuấn. Tuấn, would you like to share a little bit about yourselves?
Yeah, I'm another MindPal founder, and today we open a new format of live streaming where we will walk you through a workflow on MindPal in a more detailed way in a live stream, and we will answer every single question that people may have with that workflow in terms of the prompting or choosing the model or some best practice to get the best output from the workflow.
And we call this series of live streams MindPal Peel Hours. And for today's live stream, we decided to talk about automating blog posts with AI. Now, automating blog posts is a very common use case with AI. Tuấn, can you share with us a little bit why we decided to take this as our first topic?
I think the reason is simply because this is one of the most popular use case um, inside MyPal, and I believe in other AI product as well. But it's still not easy to get the output with high quality. There are a lot of AI slop result with the blog post and content we consume nowadays, but we can actually generate a super high quality content from a workflow if we can set up it in the right way, because we already have the agent that can using keyword research tool like data for SEO to pull in the right keyword. We can have the agent to scrape and do very extensive research on the web, and also linking with another other content inside the blog post system already. And the latest generation of model like Gemini 2.5 Pro or Claude 4, it can generate something that is very great, and it can like connect the dot in many pieces of research and context that we sometimes we feel even surprised, but not a lot of people know how to set everything up like this. So I think we think that this is something very useful, very basic use case, but very useful if you can set up it right.
Yeah, and that's a perfect place to get started with this series, right? For those of you who are new to MyPal is a platform for you to build AI agents and multi-agent workflows to automate business processes with no code. Today's live stream would be a little bit more advanced and requires you the basic understanding of our platform first. So if you haven't checked out mypal.io yet, make sure to check us out and watch our quick video of 100 seconds of AI agents and multi-agent workflows and come back to the live stream. Okay, for now, let's get started. As Tuấn have shared, in today's live stream, we will share with you a typical workflow of how to create blog posts with AI agents on MyPal. We will break down how it is structured and how we have built that, as well as run a demo of the workflow for you to see. And then we will answer all of the burning questions you have from the community and or around the topic of automating blog posts with AI. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to share my screen right now. Tuấn, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the screen right now is the MyPal blog post creation workflow. This is an AI workflow we have built for internal use of MyPal, and we have been using this workflow almost daily, right? Let me, this AI workflow essentially consists of these steps on the screen. It first started with a human input step to ask for humans input across the topic of the blog post to be written about, the target audience, any references, and the requirements. So the target audience here, we made it a variable human input because even though the target audience of MindPal is the same, we target non-technical business owners, marketers, professionals, etc. But there are some blog posts that may be a little bit niche, and we want to have this input. So in case, let's say we are writing a blog post about a marketing use case, we will specify that the target audience for the blog post would be for marketers. So that would just like scope down the content of the blog post and help guide the AI to write the content better. And then we noticed that all of our blog posts are oftentimes based on some external resources. It could be like some trending news or trending technologies like model context protocol, or some news like new AI models release, etc. So that's why we always include these references in case we have some references like the original references that the AI should take into consideration when writing the blog post. And lastly, we have a requirements field. This is totally optional. So in case we have extra instructions that are specific to the current blog post, we will specify them here. So after the human have provided all of this input, it's time for the AI to take over the stage and write the blog post. Normally, like the simplest way of having AI write a blog post for you is that you can just chat with it and ask it to write it all in one go. However, after like dozens of blog posts, we started to notice a pattern. So the blog post writing process of ours often consists of these steps. Like first, we think about the content, like how the current topic aligns with MindPal as a product, like how the current news or trend, for example, resonate with MindPal. That's the first step. And then we need to think about the internal link opportunities that we can take here. So what places across the blog post and we should refer to MindPal, and what pages of MindPal we should refer to exactly, because our MindPal website is a pretty mature one. Over the past 2 years, we have built like a wide, like a very vast set of links from our documentation to our workflow library, workflow template library, to our free tools, or even our YouTube videos. So there are a lot of internal linking opportunities that the AI need to deal with. So this is a step that is very crucial. And then after that, we need to only after these two steps can the AI write the actual blog post. We decided to split them into three separate steps like this, so the AI can focus on do one task at a time. And also by separating these steps into three phases, we can run this workflow in a supervised mode, and I will show you that in a couple of moments, which will force the AI workflow to pause after each of these steps to wait for human approval. So in case I'm not satisfied with anything, for any results of any of this stage, I can step in timely and correct the AI's output before it moves on to the next step. So let's take a closer look inside the content reasoning here. So the content reasoning here for this step, I just assign the MindPal blog post writer here, but the task I gave it in this case is that it should take some time to do thorough research and analysis for the current topic. So the kinds of references I give to this workflow may be of all shapes and sizes. I can provide multiple links, for example, or I can provide just a very generic topic. And based on my requirements, the AI may need to scrape the links or go online and search for the content of these keywords to have the like raw information based on which it could write the content. So this is a step where it should do all of these steps. So essentially, I ask it to think about the requirements, and then if you need to do any research, please do all of them right here. And notice that in this AI agent here, make sure you have given it the all the tools that it need. For example, like scrape websites or do online research. These are the built-in tools inside MindPal. But if you have very specific requirements of your company, like certain databases that it should have access to, you make sure you give all the access to this AI agent right here so that it can do the research. And then also one thing to notice is that you would need to mention all the values of the human input from the last step here. These inputs are very crucial to make sure the agent stay on top of the topic. If you are new to MindPal, this kind of purple highlighting right here, it's how we refer to variables in the workflow inside MindPal. You can simply press this add symbol and select the human input field that you would like to refer in this case. So that's it for the content reasoning. Now, after that, I want this workflow to think about the internal linking opportunities as well. So I also provided the topic that I have provided in the first human input step. And then I also provided all of the sitemaps of MindPal and the knowledge sources so that the AI agent can keep them into consideration to search for relevant internal linking opportunities. I'm very clear about my instruction. My instruction here is that this agent needs to check all of these four things. One is the knowledge sources. The knowledge sources in this case are the whole MindPal documentation that I have loaded into the knowledge sources section of this AI agent, as you can see right here. And the last three are MindPal sitemaps. These are the public sitemaps on our website. I'm pretty sure if you also have your own business website, you will have some link that is essentially that contain all the links of your website. So just give the link to your sitemap here, and MindPal agent can totally go ahead and check the actual content of the link to gather your all the latest links from your website here. And then after that, this AI workflow finally arrives into the step where it will deliver the final blog post for me. So this is where it does this task. To make this step effective, you should provide all of the information this step needs to write the blog post effectively. In this case, this step, this agent right here, it doesn't have to do all the content reasoning and internal linking reasoning again, because we already do that in the last two steps. So all you need to do is to refer to mention the value of the content reasoning and internal linking reasoning steps here by again press add and select any of these values so that this AI agent can check back of these results and write its content based on these earlier analysis. Now, inside this AI agent, make sure you have provided all of the requirements or preferences you have about the blog post to make sure the agent writes the blog post the exact way you want. So, for example, any requirements you have in terms of SEO or in terms of keywords or in terms of brand voice, you can also put that inside this output settings tab right here. On MindPal, you can create brand voices that your AI agent can follow by uploading some of your previous blog posts, and the AI will learn your style and try to mimic that in its later writings. In terms of the language model, you can pick your favorite model to write the content here. This is a very critical step, so we recommend you using the models that are very smart. Our favorite model that we use a lot internally is Gemini 2.5 Pro, but I know some of you prefer O3 or O4 or Claude 3.7 or Claude 4 from Anthropic. So feel free to select your favorite models here because MindPal has access to all of those models. And now, with all of that ready, your this AI agent will write the blog post for you. But that's not all. This AI workflow doesn't stop there. As you can see, it actually has a couple of more steps. After it writes the blog post, I have another human input step here for content approval. So this kind of human input checkpoints in between the AI steps are called human in the loop, where you let human to step in strategic places across your workflow to make decisions or give feedback before the AI moves forward to the next step. And in this case, before the AI post the blog post to the CMS and make the blog post visible on our website, we need to make sure the content is quality enough or all the facts there are correct, right? So that's why we have this step, so we can have ample time to read through the content and make any edits if necessary. So after that, it will move on to the last 3 steps, which are all for the purpose of sending the blog post to the CMS. We actually have a separate step here to construct the blog post JSON. So to add the blog post into our CMS, it needs extra information, the kind of metadata that often accompanies a blog post, things like title or the slug to formulate the final path of the blog post, or some keywords or like the thumbnail text or things like that. So we have this step here for the AI to construct that first and await our approval before posting it to our CMS directly. And inside this, we have provided the kind of format we expect out of this step. So we need the title, the slug, the short title. The short title here is for our thumbnail, the short description, and a list of keywords. So this is totally customizable. I know each business, each website has its own format of blog post, so feel free to customize that here. And now the next step is another human input step to approve the JSON. Before the AI workflow concludes with a post to CMS step using this make blog post poster MCP right here. I can show you this MCP later on, but essentially, this is a Make MCP server we have made for the purpose of saving a blog post content into our CMS and sending us a notification of a new blog post. If you want to learn more about how MCP works on MindPal or how to create your own make.com MCP server from your current scenarios on make.com, feel free to check out that tutorial on our YouTube channel. Okay, it looks like I was locked out, so let me sign in again. Okay, so that's a walkthrough of how this blog post works. Now, let me show you an example of how this workflow creates an actual blog post for you to see how it works. I can start a new run from here and provided all the first inputs here before continuing. So let's say I'm looking to write a blog post that review the top remote MCP servers right now. And the target audience here could be just non-technical business owners in general. For the references, I actually have this very cool directory of awesome remote MCP servers on my GitHub. So essentially, it just aggregates many MCP servers that your AI agents can connect to with a simple URL, and it has like 22 MCP servers right now. So I can use this as the reference for the actual blog post. So let me copy this content and paste all the content of that directory right here, as you can see here. These are all the list of all the MCPs. And I think I don't have any specific requirements in this case, so let's skip that. One thing I often use when running this workflow is that I often use the supervised mode. This is a special running mode on MindPal which forces the workflow to pause after each step and require human approval before continuing. So this is what I need for this workflow, because I want the workflow to pause after steps like content reasoning and internal linking reasoning for me to check first. So let's select this mode and continue. Okay, the workflow starts with the first step, content reasoning here. This is done by Gemini 2.5 Pro. This is our favorite model. It is a reasoning model, so it's perfect for tasks that involve analysis, planning, or strategizing like this one. So after it absorbs all of the content, it makes a content plan, as you can see here, about the angle and the positioning, the content structure and key talking points, etc. And then it also make a rough draft of the kind of content to cover. It covers it groups the MCP servers into different categories, as you can see here, and also have a 3-step action plan to get started. I think this is perfect for the target audience of non-technical business owners. So let's move on to the next step, internal linking reasoning. Okay, now as you can see, it is calling the tool scrape the website to scrape to check all of our 3 sitemap links again to get the latest links from MindPal, because our sitemap changes every single day as we got more content, right? So this step is always needed. So yeah, after it done the research, it provides a quick analysis of the links that we should incorporate here. So this is a blog post that some blog posts about MCP that we did before, and then yeah, and then even our a customer success story we have posted before. And also it also recommend this YouTube videos about connecting our MindPal AI agents to Zapier MCP, which is great. This is a good start. However, I think that there are too many blog posts in this internal linking analysis and not enough YouTube videos. So let me regenerate this again and just ask it to revise this, incorporate less blog posts and more YouTube videos on MCP, because we also made quite a lot of MCP videos before. So let's regenerate this. And this agent will take in my feedback to rewrite this step for me. So let's wait for a little bit. I also need to rehydrate myself. Okay, so it is rewriting this, the blog post with one more YouTube video, and then a couple more YouTube videos. Okay, this is pretty good. So let's continue to the next step, writing the blog post itself. Gemini 2.5 Pro is a reasoning model. So that's why, as you can see, the time to the first words is a little bit longer than other models because it is taking the time to think. And now it is providing the final blog post for us here. And this agent is already trained on our brand voice. So as you can see, it is writing pretty naturally, exactly the kind of brand voice we expect. And it also have incorporated all the internal links very seamlessly. Like if you click here, this is all of these are valid links. So this is the link that it just mentioned in the first part of the blog post. This is one of our previous blog posts. So then let's keep checking. And then it followed the content structure that the content reasoning step has plans. And then it made a review of all of these MCP servers. And for the kinds of servers that we have made a video about before, it also incorporate the YouTube links, as you can see here. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Right. So I think I don't have any comment for this blog post. It's pretty perfect for me. So let me just copy this entire content and paste it here. Oh, one thing to note is that if I take a closer look here, I saw that the YouTube links it is using the iframe code, but inside our website we do not accept this iframe code to make the YouTube videos appear correctly on our website. We just need the link. So let me remove all that iframe code. So this is just something specific to our website. So I just need to do a quick editing to make sure that the content will appear properly on our website. Okay, this one. Let me see. Yeah, and then this is the last one. Okay, let me quickly scan to see if there are any other YouTube links I need to fix. Okay, looks pretty good to me. So let's continue. And now the workflow moves into the construct blog post JSON step, following the format that I want here. I think this is good. Let me see. The title is good. The slug is good. Short title is good. Actually, I think the short title here could be this is good, but I want it to be more specific about MCP. So let me just add it with MCP here. And the short title, maybe just AI plus MCP like this, using MCP. Yeah, these are just some quick improvements to the JSON before I approve. And now it will move into the last step to post this to CMS. So let's approve this. Okay, so in this, it will take the approved content from this step here and the approved metadata from this step here to formulate the request to my make.com poster MCP here. This is the complete request, and run this make.com server. And I got a message that this it has successfully posted the blog post, and this is the link to the blog post. Let's click here to see. Okay, it's successful. This is the final blog post that has just been posted on our website using the content that we have just generated together. Looks pretty good to me. Yeah, and that's it. In a few minutes, we have got a high quality blog post that follows our brand voice and to be visible on our website and start ranking on keywords. So this is how we often do our blog posts every day. This ensures that we can still consistently produce blog posts, but still have the human touch for fact checking and brand voice and stuff, while still leveraging the power of AI thanks to its speed. So that's it. Thank you so much for following along. Let me just stop sharing and bring back our yes. Okay. So Tuấn, what do you think about the workflow as someone who also uses this workflow daily? What are your thoughts or anything you would like to share with people here about how to best leverage this workflow or how to customize the workflow for their businesses?
Yeah, I think of course there are multiple ways to customize this workflow. The first obvious way is to customize the brand voice of the blog post writer agent that match the brand voice. Second way is to fine tune a little bit the content reasoning and the rule to get the internal linking, because content reasoning could be similar. But for example, internal linking, uh, uh, your website may use different uh, web hosting provider that have different structure on the sitemap. So you might need to adjust this a little bit, or even in the case that you do not have the sitemap or you have no idea what is actually a sitemap, you can just get a list of link on list of blog link on the website, and you just paste it directly to the agent prompt and ask it to remember to refer to all these links. Actually, that is how I did it initially before we scale this workflow, and I need a way for the agent to dynamically select the link from the sitemap, but that is the option for you. And also, another thing that need to be customized is in the final step when we upload the content into a CMS. In make.com, for now, our stack for CMS is actually quite technical. We are using the database is MongoDB as the CMS ourselves. So it's a little bit more complicated, but if you are using a popular CMS, it should have some kind of integration in make.com. And you create a scenario in Make, you connect your CMS in that scenario, and then you connect that Make scenario to MyPal. We have another video about how to connect MyPal with Make scenario that you can check out later to learn more how to do that.
Yes. Yeah, so all the things that Dong has said is about customizing the workflow to your company's specifics. So while the workflow we have shared is pretty typical, it can be adapted for different businesses. But I'm sure your business will have some differences in terms of your knowledge base, or your brand voice, or your tool stack for CMS, or and many more. So feel free to adapt the workflow to your own business context to make sure it works. We will provide this workflow as a template in the video description, so you can go ahead, duplicate it, and customize it for your needs. But I think one thing to note here is that the workflow we have shared, just treat it as like learning reference. You don't have to stick to this exact framework of doing blog posts, because each business and each industry has its own nuances. And feel free to create, like if you want, you can create entirely different workflows that follow the exact framework that you want. For example, I know many some people would prefer to have like instead of having a write blog post step in one step like that. I know some customers divide the writing blog post step into different sections of their blog posts. So this is useful in case the kinds of blog posts you produce are technical blog posts, or blog posts that are pretty long and have a very clear structure, and each section has its own requirements and standards. In that case, feel free to divide the blog post itself into different sections. Or I also know other customers who have different ways they generate blog post ideas. The blog post workflow I have shown you assumes that the way you generate blog post ideas is by providing some references on the news or new technologies, new features, things like that. But maybe you have a different way of generating blog post ideas. Maybe you are let's say you have podcasts or webinars like this, and then you want to turn the podcast or the webinars into a blog post, then the kind of human input you expect at first for the workflow would not be the references, but it would be like the link to the webinar or the actual recording of the webinar itself. So like the key point I want to deliver, I want to say here is that there is no like rule of how you should create this workflow for blog post creation. In the end, you are the one who understand your business best. So feel free to like customize the AI agent's behavior to match your exact preferences and processes, and treat this as a starting point or learning reference. Okay. Yeah. So maybe let's dive into the FAQs section. Over the last 2 years of helping like thousands of companies building their own engine for producing blog posts, we have got a lot of commonly asked questions. One question that we got asked a lot is how to run this workflow. Like let's say if they have a workflow for creating a blog post like this, and they have an external database of blog post ideas like a Google Sheet or a Notion, etc. How they can run this workflow for an external database of blog post ideas. Tuấn, can you share about this?
I think a way to do this is that you can use MindPal API, for example, but it also depends on where you are storing the idea. If the list of idea is just a list, simple list, a bullet point, you can actually just put it into a simple CSV file, and then you use a feature bulk run in MyPal workflow to like massively running all the blog posts for all of those ideas in just like a few minutes. That is one way, but that is in case you have just simple bullet point. But if you have a database in a more sophisticated way, we have the idea but also have the search intent or target audience or anything else in a Google Sheet, for example. You can um, use for example, in Make or Zapier to run and triggering the workflow to run based on those ideas.
Yeah, let me share my screen with you guys to show you the bulk run feature on MyPal, so you guys can know, so you know the feature Tuấn is talking about. So here, this is the workflow. Oh, I haven't shared yet. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the workflow that we have just discussed. Let's say, like for example, you and your team has just put together a list of 50 blog post ideas for this month. You can actually just run this workflow for 50 ideas at once. And you don't have to manually input one idea by one, because on MyPal, when you start a new run like this, we have a mode called bulk run here, which you can run the workflow with multiple sets of inputs from a CSV file. And you can download the sample CSV, which the sample CSV would follow a specific structure that matches your workflow. And you can just put all of the inputs right there, and then just hit start processing, and our system will process all 50 ideas at once in background. So you can go do something else and you will get a notification every time a new blog post is completed. So this is the bulk run feature. And then another feature that you can that you may find useful for this task, like Tuấn said, is our API if you go to the API reference tab for the workflow, you will see a detailed instruction of how to trigger this workflow programmatic from anywhere. So this is useful. Let's say if you have like Zapier or Make.com workflow to get the idea from somewhere and then call this API so MindPal can do its job. And I would like to add a third approach to this as well. This API feature, though useful, could be still maybe too technical for some businesses. So another way you can do is leverage our triggers feature here. We have this is a place where you can add a schedule trigger. Let's say to run this workflow for every day at 9 a.m. and then you can remove. The way it works is that you can remove entirely this human input step here. Instead, you can add another AI step that is connected to your database of blog post ideas, and that has and it can find the next available blog post idea in your database. Maybe the blog post idea that hasn't marked completed yet, and then it will find out that blog post there, and then it will pass that blog post idea to the next steps and the next steps to finish the blog post. So that is a more an easier way to do this, and you can achieve this quite easily with Zapier MCP or Make.com MCP on MindPal. Like for example, on Zapier, I can quickly show you that too. Here. Let me. Okay, wait for me a little bit and I will share with you exactly how that works. Okay, actually, it looks like Zapier MCP is down, I think. Maybe let me try again. Okay, Zapier MCP is down at the moment, but here, but I can share with you that you can check our YouTube tutorials on how to connect MindPal, an AI step on MindPal to Zapier MCP or Make.com MCP. And inside that Zapier MCP, just make sure you have an action. Like let's say look up a specific row in a Google Sheets or a specific record in your Airtable or a specific item page in your Notion database, and then like print that out and like send that information to the later steps for completing the blog post. So that's how you can do it. Now, let's move to the next question. How do I do keyword research? So the workflow that we have shared doesn't really have a proper SEO keyword research. To be honest, this is because we at MindPal we haven't invested a lot in SEO keyword research. We probably may need to revise the workflow to add more intricate steps for SEO keyword research later. But this is not impossible with MindPal. You can actually do this with MindPal already. The reason why the workflow we have just shared doesn't have is simply because of our current operations. So Tuấn, can you share a little bit about how do people actually do keyword research with MindPal agents?
There is the ways you can do is that you can create an agent and you add a step to do keyword research, and in that step, in that agent, you can assign a tool to the agent that can pull the keyword data for you. That could be keyword everywhere or data for SEO API. And we have a tool template for the keyword everywhere. And I think we also have a upcoming video about data for SEO that will show you exactly how you can set that thing up.
Yes, that's right. So if you're looking to integrate data for SEO to your AI agents, so they can do things like look up a keyword search volume or difficulty level, or look up traffic stats, or get keyword suggestions. You can use data for SEO via Zapier MCP or Make.com MCP as well. We have an upcoming video that will show you exactly that. I think it is scheduled for next week, so stay tuned. But simply put, if you cannot wait and you want to get started now, just go ahead, check our Zapier MCP tutorial, and then in the integrations selection for the MCP, you can search for data for SEO instead, and I'm sure you will find it there. So let's move on to another question. Okay, another question that we have is about how to structure this system of AI workflows for blog posts. Should I create one single blog post workflow or multiple workflows? Tuấn, what is your thought on this?
I think it depends on how different the blog post category is and how critical of the quality that you want. So, for example, if the blog post category, different category, still follow some sort of same format, the quality will not be affected too much if you just slightly provide different input variable. You may just need one blog post workflow. For example, in MindPal, we only have one blog post workflow, but we have different category. But we found that the final result is not changed too much, and with just one workflow, we just only need to manage one thing. But for example, sometimes you have a more sophisticated content system that you have very different category, and it's totally not related with the other. It have different way to do content reasoning, different way to do internal linking, and maybe the brand voice is different as well. That is the case when you need to divide. But I think it should not be very complicated to do that. Sometimes you just need a kind of a baseline workflow first, and then you duplicate that workflow, and then you just fine tune something, for example, brand voice and reasoning to do that. So it's mostly the question about do you about the nature of the content system, the category that you are operating, and can you feel comfortable with managing multiple workflow.
Yeah, and I do have one recommendation on this. Just like Tuấn said, I think this is we don't have a black and white answer, like a one size fits all answer for everyone. This totally depends on your the nature of your content system. But one common pattern is that you should divide the workflows only when there are like vast differences in the way your different categories of blog posts should be produced. So let's say like maybe one category of your blog post has a very special way of doing research, or another has a very special way of writing. So in case there are like the differences are great enough, that one single workflow cannot work well for all categories. You should definitely divide into different workflows for different categories. And don't worry, on MindPal, like with all of our plans, you got to create unlimited AI agents and unlimited AI workflows. So there's no limit on how many AI workflows you can create. But one feature on MindPal that I think you should be aware of when thinking about whether to divide the workflows is our subflow node. Let me show you why here. So there are like if you should only divide the workflows in case there are differences in the way you produce the content itself. But if it's just like putting the blog post creation workflow into different processes, you can just leverage our subflow node feature. For example, we still have that one blog post creation workflow that we use, but we can actually put that workflow inside other workflows as well. So for example, we have, as you all know, we produce a lot of YouTube videos, and we frequently we want to repurpose each YouTube video into a blog post to maximize its reach. So what we do is that we have this is another workflow we have for optimizing the copywriting for a specific YouTube video based on its transcript. So this workflow would do things like after I have recorded a video, this workflow would help me with brainstorming titles, writing video description, preparing social media posts. But it also helped me with repurpose the YouTube video into a blog post as well. And this last step here, as you can see, it's a subflow node which runs another workflow within the current workflow. And the workflow to run this case is the exact MindPal blog post creation workflow that we have shared with you early on. And the way I make it work is that I just like pass on the values from the current workflow, the parent workflow here, into the subflow for it to run. So the topic here would be same as the YouTube title. The target audience here would be this. The references here would be the transcript of the video, which has been provided in the first step here. And then here are some requirements specifically to this kind of content category of repurposing a YouTube video into a blog post. I want things like you need to include the link to watch the original video, which is provided in the YouTube video URL step here. So that's it. So this is by passing on the values from the parent workflow to the subflow like this, I have completed the initial human inputs required for the MindPal blog post creation workflow. So when this parent workflow run, it will automatically call this subflow, and it will go on to create the blog post following the workflow structure that I have shown you earlier in this live stream. And I don't have to create multiple workflows. Like it's still the same engine that I have shown you. So keep in mind of this very useful feature. Okay. Then another question that we also got asked a lot is here. how do I get get blog post ideas with AI, and how do I ensure new blog post ideas do not overlap with existing blog posts? Tuấn, I think you can answer the first part of the question.
There are multiple ways. I think you may have your framework to let the AI to brainstorm as well. But my way to do that is I have the agent that do YouTube and trending on Google search, and I searching for the idea that is trending on that week, and after that I will do I will filtering out the videos on YouTube or the trending that have passing some criteria to put into the blog post idea. Another way I often doing is that I have a deep research workflow, and I use all the model, for example, Gemini or Grok or Perplexity, deep research, and it's doing research on what people are talking about a specific topic. For example, in my case, would be AI agent on Twitter and Reddit and Hacker News, like where people, actual human hanging out to get the idea and generate a report for me, and then I combine all the response from all of the model like that into a database of idea that I put into the blog post generation as well. But anyway, I think you might also have some creative way to do it with AI. For example, I met one of our customer um, last week that she do not produce the blog post idea but produce social media content idea, and she kind of have a framework to do that, like always generate a list of things that she could use, and then pick one thing to continue generate those things. And I think blog post idea could be uh, can be operated in a similar way like that.
Yes. Yeah, thank you so much, Tuấn. And for the second part of the question, how do I ensure new blog post ideas do not overlap with existing blog posts? It is quite simple, actually. You can leverage our built-in tool, Scrape website, or you can leverage MCP to integrate with your existing CMS. So let's say if you are like us, we have a sitemap link specifically for blog posts, then we just have to provide that sitemap link to the agent and ask the AI agent to do a deduplication step where it check the sitemap for all our current blog posts and make sure the idea it has just generated is not overlapping with any of the existing blog posts. Or if you have another like a database where you store all of your blog posts, maybe your WordPress or other things like Notion, you can leverage the MCP to connect your AI agent to fetch all the data from that database, and then again ask it to deduplicate the blog post ideas that it has just suggested for you. So let's move on to another question. How do I make blog post content align with brand guidelines, or more generally, how do I avoid AI slop? So I think I can quickly answer first, and Tuấn, if you have anything to add, feel free to. To make your AI generated blog post really, really good, I think one recommendation that you should follow is to use like a good model first. An AI model is like the raw intelligence for your blog post writer agent. So don't save costs on these critical tasks. Just use like the top tier models like Google Gemini 2.5 Pro. Like it's our go-to model for writing. because we think like the content is sounds really human. And then another recommendation for you is make sure to add your own brand voice. On MindPal, we have a feature for you to create a brand voice based on your existing content. So just upload your existing content there, so the AI can learn the patterns, and then it can follow you and like follow your unique brand voice that will differentiate your content from others. And then I think one last recommendation I have is please be very clear and explicit and specific about your requirements, standards, and preferences with the AI. Sometimes people blame the AI, while the real issue was that they assume that the AI need to know things that are not like common sense. There are things that are simply preferences, and preferences differ from people to people, business to businesses. Like we have very specific preferences in terms of how to deliver the content, the brand voice, the styling, or maybe even the format. Some like you may have different tastes as well. Please don't let the AI guess. Please be very clear, and you can do that inside the system instructions of the AI agent. I mean the background and the output format. So that's it for me. Tuấn, would you like to add anything else in this question?
Yeah, I think pretty similar with you. I think you just cover everything we need into the brand guidelines. I think uh, um, it sounds complicated, but it's just a checklist that you first on you use a good model that can follow the instruction. Second is that you add your own you leverage the brainwave feature, and then you may even provide the sample blog post or the sample content that you want the agent to mimic on. And finally, if you have some rules and some of the specific requirement, you should be very explicit to the agent.
Yes, thank you so much, Tuấn. And two more questions to go. Next question: can the blog post incorporate stock photos?
The quick answer is yes. It's actually very simple. You just need to turn on the pixel photo
Pixels.
search and video search to search for the stock photo.
Yes, and these two tools are built-in tools inside MindPal. You can find these tools inside the integrations tab, built-in tools of your AI agent on MindPal. And they don't need any additional configuration at all. The last question we got is how do I save a blog post to a CMS? So we have talked about this a little bit before, but the short answer is that just leverage the integrations feature on MindPal via the native integrations or MCP to connect to your CMS. And then you can have a step for the AI agent to construct the final format of the blog post object and send that to your CMS of choice. I think like all the common CMS platforms have some integrations with Zapier or Make or Active Pieces or so, and all of them have MCP servers available to connect to your AI agent. So that should be straightforward. Just follow the workflow that we have shared in this live stream. It's very similar to that. So that's it for today. We have covered all of the most commonly asked questions when it comes to automating blog posts with MindPal AI agents and multi-agent workflows. Now, if you are if you want to build your own army of AI agents and multi-agent workflows for not just for blog posts, but also other forms of content like social media, podcasts, and webinar marketing, email marketing, and many more, make sure to check out mypal.io. We offer you all of many flexible plans for you to choose from to kickstart your AI agent journey. Let me walk you through that. So on the screen right now are our 4 pricing options. The first three plans are self-serve plans with different limits in terms of AI credits per month, knowledge storage, and the seats. So feel free to pick the one that is most suitable for your business. The first plan, Pro, is best for individuals. The team plan is the most popular. That's for small teams. And the business plan is for bigger teams with higher usage. And you can for the team and business plans, you can invite your team members inside your workspace to share and collaborate on the agents and workflows as well. And then we also have a special white glove plan that we have just introduced recently called MindPal Managed. This is our first ever done for you AI automation plan, where you got not just the platform like the other 3 plans. Actually, this plan will give you access to the business subscription plan right here. So you get all of these limits, but it also provides you with direct consultation and implementation support from our team. And this is an ongoing partnership. So we will help you audit your operations, strategize your AI automation, and then implement your custom AI system based on your requests and requirements and business context. And as you go, whenever you discover new opportunities for AI automation, we will continuously help you do so as well. Because we have intentionally designed this plan as an ongoing partnership, instead of paying a project-based price or initial setup fees like other solutions. This plan actually gives you a flat rate pricing of around $899 per month. So make sure to check this out. If you want to learn more about how this plan works and how to get started, make sure to check us out at go@mypal.io/managed. And spoiler, you can actually get a free consultation call before committing to this plan. So make sure to check that out. For now, thank you so much for sticking around, and we hope that you have learned a lot of useful things to apply to your own system of producing blog posts with AI agents on MindPal. Please stay tuned for our future build hours like this, and we will cover many more use cases of leveraging AI agents in a business. Thank you so much, and please have a great day. Goodbye.
Bye.